All right, so the idea behind this piece of art, this exercise, is that the entire drawing is all one line, all one pen stroke, that you never pick up the pen, the pencil, whatever you're using the entire time, right? It's pretty cool. It's different because usually when I draw, I'm, rapidly, often, all the time, picking up and putting down the pen in a brief series of rapid, feverish pen strokes over and over again. Sometimes the lines are longer, sometimes they're shorter, but rarely is it all one giant, jumbled, squished together pen stroke like this. So it's pretty cool. I don't know where I got this idea. I think several people mentioned it over a long period of time, and I have done one of these drawings before, but I didn't record it before. It is pretty fun. Now, there is a concept, an idea that I want to present to you, something that I will mention, and I just want to present it to you, just for your, something for you to think about, to, for your mind to play over. Nothing too concrete to, I'm not saying this is like a thing, all right? I'm not saying this happened. I'm not saying this is reality. I'm just saying, think about it, consider it. I'm saying that maybe in some reality, maybe this happened. And if it did, I'm not saying it did, but, I can neither confirm nor deny. I'm in no position to do that, and I'm not prepared to do that. But if it did happen, and I'm not saying it did, but in the activity, in the process of making this drawing, perhaps, mayhaps in some way, while I was doing this one line drawing, without picking the pen up from the paper, which is a difficult thing because the human hand is used to picking the pen up from the paper a lot, and when you don't pick up the pen from the paper at all, your hand starts cramping up a whole lot really quick. And so I'm saying perhaps maybe in the, hypothetically, I don't like saying that word, hypothetically, just because it puts all these ideas in people's minds, like maybe this did happen, maybe it didn't. Because I'm not saying maybe something did happen, maybe it didn't. I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just presenting a scenario that if perhaps I did, in the process of making this single line drawing, if perhaps, mayhaps, I did pick up the pen from the paper at any time. I'm not saying I did. I did. If maybe like in a dream, or maybe if my friend was making this drawing and he picked up the pen from the paper at any time, or maybe if I was planning on doing this drawing and if I was in a scenario where I had to pick up the pen, and like maybe I had like a pizza delivery, and I'm not going to leave the pizza guy at the door, and I really need to pick up the pen from the paper, and that's, I'm not going to leave him there. So anyways, I pick up the pen from the paper. When I come back to sit down and continue the drawing, my single line drawing, I'm going to put, 100% of the time, probably, I'm going to put the pen right back down at the same point where I picked it up and continue that line. And for all intents and purposes, I am going to continue that line right where I left off. And it's still a single line drawing. Am I right or am I wrong? It's still the same single line drawing, right? If you draw a line, stop drawing the line, and continue the same line, is it still the same line or is it not the same line? I think it's still the same line, right? I mean, we can all agree on that, right? And then perhaps you record it, and in with some, perhaps whatever video recording software you use, you just kind of clip out, you cut it out, you edit out the part of the video where you ever picked up the pen from the paper and put it back down, and it looks like you just drew one smooth line. Like that never happened. It was never part of reality, and it was never entered into anyone's recollection, so you never had to take it out of anyone's recollection, and everything moves along smoothly. So I mean, if I'm just saying, if I was ever in a situation like that, that's probably how I would handle it. I would just kind of handle it that way. Anyways, here's this cool single line drawing without picking the pen up from the paper, probably. And it's pretty cool. I like how it turned out. And then, check this out. After I did that, I sent it over to my friend, Swan Meat. Check him out. There's a link to his Twitch channel below, and he has access to this awesome industrial laser cutter. He plugged it into that thing and made this sweet laser woodcut. Yeah, like a laser woodcut. I think that's a cool way to put it. And it's just like a precision, powerful. I don't know, it kind of reminded me of a computerized lightsaber, like when in episode 1, Qui-Gon used his lightsaber to cut through that blast door, except this time it's just like a panel of cherry wood, and we're just etching, burning, my design into it. It's pretty cool. And then after the design was cut into it, looking all nice and fresh, rub some walnut oil on it to polish it off, seal it in, and it's looking nice. Yeah, look at that. Anyways, if you want to grab this piece, it's on my website, links in the description, and check it all out. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you later.